Alright, let's dive into the buzz around the Google Pixel 11 Pro because, honestly, this is shaping up to be one of the most intriguing launches in recent memory. And no, I'm not just saying that because it's Google, though let's be real, they always bring something unique to the table. But this time, there's a mix of leaks, rumors, and strategic teasers that's got me thinking. What's the bigger play here? First off, the hook. Google's Pixel 11 Pro is rumored to start at $1,099. That's a $100 jump from last year's model. Personally, I think this is where things get fascinating. In a world where tech prices are skyrocketing, thanks, Armageddon, Google's move feels both bold and calculated. Are they testing the waters to see how loyal their fan base is? Or is this a necessary step to pack in the rumored upgrades? What many people don't realize is that pricing isn't just about covering costs. It's a statement about where a brand sees itself in the market. Google's saying, "We're premium now, and I'm here for the debate that's going to spark." Now, let's talk about that Pixel Glow HiLight feature. A small colored light in the camera bar that glows for notifications? On paper, it sounds like a gimmick. But if you take a step back and think about it, this could be Google's way of addressing a pain point we all have: constant screen distractions. What this really suggests is that Google's thinking about how we interact with our phones in a more mindful way. Sure, it's not groundbreaking tech, but it's a detail I find fascinating because it's about behavioral design. It's not just about adding features, it's about changing how we use them. Design-wise, the Pixel 11 Pro looks like a safe bet. The teaser video Google dropped didn't reveal much, but the horizontal camera bar is staying put. Honestly, I'm a bit split on this. On one hand, consistency is good. It's part of the Pixel identity. On the other hand, in a world where phones are starting to look more like foldable tablets or camera rigs, Google's playing it safe. What makes this really interesting is the color options: olive, obsidian, canyon, fog. These aren't exactly bold choices, but they're intentional. Google's not trying to compete with the flashy aesthetics of other brands. Instead, they're leaning into a more understated, almost utilitarian vibe. From my perspective, this is Google doubling down on their smart over flashy brand identity. Specs-wise, there's a lot to unpack. The rumored 6.3-inch OLED display with a 120Hz refresh rate and 3,600 nits of brightness? Solid, but not revolutionary. The Tensor G6 processor? Expected, but I'm curious to see how it performs against the Snapdragon giants. One thing that immediately stands out is the RAM options: 12GB and 16GB. Here's where it gets tricky. If the 12GB variant is tied to lower storage options, Google's essentially creating a tier system within the Pro lineup. In my opinion, this could alienate some users who want the Pro experience without breaking the bank. It raises a deeper question. Is Google trying to push users toward higher-end models, or are they just giving more options? Cameras are where the Pixel series has always shined, and this year's no different. The rumored 120x digital zoom? If true, that's a game changer. But here's the kicker. There's talk of a downgrade in the selfie camera from 48MP to 13MP. Personally, I think this is where Google's strategy gets a bit confusing. Why take a step back in an area where users expect consistent improvement? What this really suggests is that Google's prioritizing certain features over others, but it's a risky move. If you're selling a Pro phone, every detail matters. So, what's the bigger picture here? Google's Pixel 11 Pro feels like a phone that's trying to balance innovation with pragmatism. The price hike, the subtle design tweaks, the focus on behavioral features like Pixel Glow, it's all part of a larger narrative. Google's not just competing with Apple or Samsung, they're competing with themselves. They're asking, what does it mean to be a Pixel in 2024? And honestly, I'm here for the journey. Closing thought, the Pixel 11 Pro isn't just a phone, it's a statement. It's Google saying, we're not here to follow trends, we're here to set them, even if it's in small, thoughtful ways. Whether they've succeeded or not, we'll have to wait and see. But one thing's for sure, this launch is going to spark conversations. And in a world where phones are starting to feel same why, that's a win in itself. What do you think? Is Google on the right track, or are they playing it too safe? Let me know in the comments below.